Hello everyone, once again I welcome you all at Nagesh Karajagi Orchid School TV channel, and today in this session we are going to start the new lesson of the science, that is bones and muscles. In this lesson we have to learn about the new concepts and new things like different organ systems in our body. Then we have to study about the skeletal system, then parts of the skeletal system, different types of joints in our body, and also at last we have to study about the muscular system. Now, let us see the first point of the lesson, that is the organ system. Organ systems in our body. So, these are the organ systems in our body, that are nervous system, skeletal system, muscular system, circulatory system, digestive system, respiratory system, excretory system and reproductive system. So, students, as we all know that our body consists of several organs, and each organ has a different function. Each organ has different function means each organ has specific job to do. Working of each organ is different than other. For example, we see the things with the help of our eyes. For that our nose will not help us. Nose help in smelling the things. That means each organ has different work, different job to do. Again, for example, that we have lungs which help to absorb the oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Then we also have the heart which pumps the blood to different parts of the body, which provide blood or which supply the blood to different parts of the body. Then also we have the stomach. Stomach is very important, and stomach helps to digest the food. So, these are the few examples of organs. Rather than we have several organs, so many organs in our body. And these are the some examples of organs in our body, and from these example we can say that each organ has specific job to do. The work of each organ is different than other, but the organs in the body do not work alone, and there is a coordination, there is a chain, there is a coordination between each of the organ in our body, and due to that they work together. With the other organs, and when several organs work together, then they perform one major function for the body. For example, when we see the process of digestion, in that process the stomach alone cannot digest the food. When we look towards the process of digestion, in that process or in this process, other organs in the body such as teeth, salivary glands, food pipe, small intestine, large intestine, liver, pancreas and some other works together with the stomach to digest the food that you eat and throw out the waste. Here I will show you the digestive system, human digestive system. This is the human digestive system, and these are the organs, several organs in this digestive system. This is the mouth part through which we eat or which we swallow the food. Then this part, this is the liver, then oesophagus, stomach, then small intestine, this skin colored part is the small intestine, and this one is the large intestine, and lastly this is the digestive system. These are the different parts of the digestive system which make digestive system and through which we can digest the food. That means we can say that digestive system is made up from different organs. See, so the organs which help to digest food together form the digestive system. We look now that Our digestive system contains teeth, salivary glands, food pipe, small intestine, large intestine, liver, pancreas and some other work together. So, the organs which help to digest the food, the organs which help to digest the food together form a digestive system. Now, from that we can say that organs in our body which are working together to form an organ system. What is meant by organ system? When organs in our body which are working together, then the organ system is formed. Like the digestive system, our body has other organ systems which help our body to run smoothly, and that organ systems are here. Here are the some names of that organ systems. Once again I will tell you the organ systems in our body, that are nervous system, skeletal system, muscular system, circulatory system, digestive system, then we have respiratory system, then excretory system, and at last we have the most important organ system, that is reproductive system. Due to that life continues on the earth. Now, let us see about each of the organ system in short. If you have textbook in front of you, then open the page number 53. There you can see this chart which shows the organ systems in humans. In this chart you can see different organs, different organ systems. In first column you can see different names of organ systems here. Then in second column you can see main organs which make up that organ system. Then in third column you can see the functions of each organ system. Now, let us see one by one in detail. First of all, we have nervous system. This is the most important organ system in our body, which contain main organs in our body. As we know that our body have main organ, that is brain. Our body's main organ is the brain. So, the brain, spinal cord and other nerves make the organ system. That means organ system, nervous system. Nervous system is made up of brain, spinal cord and nerves. So, what are the function of that? What is the function of that nervous system? It helps the body to gather information. What is the function of that nervous system? It helps the body to gather information about the surroundings and also controls the rest of the body. If you have textbook in front of you, then you have to open, then you can see it clearly. Now, the next organ system in your body is the skeletal system, which is made up of bones. That means, main organs in the skeletal system is the bones, and function of that skeletal system is that it gives shape to the body. Also, it protects the internal organs. It also protects the internal organ in our body like brain, lungs, heart, liver, etc. That is protected due to skeletal system. Then we have muscular system. It is made up of different muscles. There are 3 different types of muscles in our body which made up the muscular system, and it helps the body to move. We move due to only of the muscular system. Muscular system help us to move, or it helps the body to move in any direction. Then we have circulatory system. Circulatory system is made up of heart, blood and blood vessels. These 3 organs, that are heart, blood and blood vessels, make up the circulatory system, which helps the body to carry food. What is the function of circulatory system? It helps the body to carry food and oxygen to all parts of the body. It helps the body to carry food and oxygen to all parts of the body, as well as it helps in collecting waste material from the body. This is the function of the circulatory system. Then we have digestive system, it is also important, we also seen about that, and the digestive system is made up of the organs like teeth, stomach, small intestine and large intestine. Also we see that digestive system contains pancreas, mouth, esophagus, etc. And function of that digestive system is that it helps the body in digestion of food or helps the body to digest the food. Then after digestive system we have respiratory system. Respiratory system include the organs such as nose and lungs, which helps the body to absorb oxygen and give out the carbon dioxide. Respiratory system, in the process of respiration, nose and lungs are very useful, and their function is that it helps the body to absorb oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Now afterwards we have excretory system, which contains organs like kidneys and skin. As we know that we have two kidneys, and throughout the body on all over the body we have the skin, which make up the excretory system, which helps the body to remove waste from the body. What is the function of that excretory system? It helps the body to remove waste from the body. Then at last and most important organ system in our body is reproductive system. Why? Because due to that organ system life continues on the earth, and main organs in that system is different in males and females, which helps the body to reproduce the young ones of like our own. So this is the organ system in humans. Now out of these organ systems we have to study only about skeletal system and muscular system, and in the next topic we have to learn about the nervous system. So let us see first of all about the skeletal system. Now we just looked about the different organ systems in humans, and now after the nervous system, the skeletal system plays very important role in the proper functioning of our body. And as we know that skeletal system is made up of or made up from bones. Skeletal system is made up from bones. It means all the bones in our body form a framework. All the bones in our body form a framework called the skeleton. That means all the bones in our body form a framework that is called as the skeleton. As we know that skeletal system is made up from bones, here I will show you the structure of human skeleton. See, this is the structure of human skeleton. This is the model of human skeleton. Here you can see this is the skull, then this is the rib cage, that blue color part you see here. This is the backbone and spinal cord, then bones of our hand, then pelvic joint, then legs, bones of our legs, calf bone, shin bone, then bones of our toes, then sternum. These all parts make up the skeleton. This is the structure of the skeleton. Also on screen you can see the picture of the skeleton, as well as you can see the picture of skeleton in your textbook. Here it is very important, skeleton is very important because the structure of our body and the framework of our body is completely depend upon the growth of bones. Skeletal system is very important because our body structure and the framework of our body is completely depend upon the growth of bones. So without the hard skeleton our body would collapse. It is unable to stand straight, and the skeleton gives the body its shape and strength. and it also protects the vital organs. Vital organs are important organs in our body, such as the brains, heart, lungs and other soft organs. Our body has so many soft organs. So, skeletal system protects the brain, heart, lungs and other soft organs inside of our body. Now, when you see the bones, structure of the bones, that you feel that the bones are really hard. The bones are really hard and they are of different shapes and sizes. If we see towards the bones in hand or legs, that are longer than the bones in fingers or than the bones of skull. That means, the structure of the bone is different than different in every organ. For example, when you see the bones in the legs and the hand, they are long, and you can see here the bones in the legs. In this picture I will show the bones in the legs. These are the bones in the legs that are very long, and when you see towards the bones in the chest, that is the ribs, they are thin and rounded. Here you can see the chest bones, and you see the bones in the head. This is the bones in the, these are the bones in the head. It is flat and rounded. What is the structure of the bones in our head? That are flat and rounded in shape. And if you see here the bones in the fingers, these bones are very short. And another very interesting thing is that the adult skeleton, the skeleton of an adult is made up of 206 bones. How many bones does the adult body contains? The adult body is made up of 206 bones. That means, adult body contains 206 bones, and at the time of your birth you have more bones than these, but as you grown up, these bones get joined together, and as you grow bigger, new cells are added to your bones and they also become longer and larger. Now, another very important and interesting point about the bones is that when we see outside of the bone, it is hard and tough. Whenever we look or whenever we touch to the bone, we feel that it is hard and tough, whereas inside of the bone is the soft and spongy. The structure inside the bone is soft and spongy, and inside of the bones contains a jelly like substance called the bone marrow. Here in this picture you can see the structure of bone marrow. When you see outside of the bone, it is very hard and tough, and inside the bone it is very soft and spongy. This is the bone marrow, and this bone marrow also helps in the production of blood cells. What is the function of that bone marrow? It helps in the production of blood cells. And very important fact about the bones are that bones are living tissue. Bones are living tissue in our body, and they can mend. They can mend means repairs themselves if they break or broken due to some injuries or due to any reason. That is why, if suppose you are fall down and have a fracture, then you can see after few weeks it heals on its own, because the bone is mending or repairing itself. So, this is all about our skeletal system. Here in this picture you can see, first of all, here is the broken bone. After few weeks it started to heal up, and after some week again it is become like as before. So, from that we can say that bone can repair itself in few weeks. So, this is all about the skeletal system. So, when we look at the different parts of the, now in the next part of the topic we have to see about the parts of the skeleton. So, these are the different parts of the skeleton. Skeleton is made up from the skull, then we have the backbone, then we have the ribs, then limbs. The limbs are nothing but bones in our arms and legs, and we have the joints also. Now, let us talk about each of these in detail. First of all, we will look about the skull. So, first part of the skeleton is the skull, and the skull is made up from the bones of our head. Skull is made up from the bones of our head, and it is very important part of our body. It is very important part of our body because it protects the most important organs. It protects the most important organ in our body, that is the brain. It protects the brain, and it also contains holes for the eyes, nose, ears, mouth and backbone. In this picture of the skull, this is the picture of the skull. Here you can see the holes for eyes, hole for the nose, hole for the teeth and hole for the mouth, and this is the lower jawbone, and that means, and the skull is made up of 22 different bones. Skull is made up of 22 different bones that are joined together. So, when you see towards the upper part of the skull, see this is the upper part of the skull. It is made up of 8 bones. In this picture you are unable to see clearly, but you can see that in your textbook. So, when you see towards the upper part of the skull, then you will see that it is made up of 8 bones, and our face, this is our face, alone have 14 bones which are joined together. And one interesting thing is about our skull is that only the lower jawbone, this is the lower lower jawbone is movable in the entire skull. Ever you see that skull is moving here and there? No, we can move only our lower jawbone. So, here you can see this part, that is the lower jawbones in our skull, that is only movable, and the rest of the bones in our skull are not movable. So, this is about our skull. Now, the next part of our skeleton is the backbone. Next part of our skeleton is the backbone. So, here in this picture you can see this is the backbone, this is the backbone, and this is also the backbone. It is made up of 33 small bones. It is made up of 33 small bones. That means, the backbone has 33 small bones which are called as the vertebrae. So, each of these bones are called as vertebrae, and they are joined together to form the backbone. The backbone is also called the spine. The backbone is also called the spine or the vertebral column. The backbone is also called the spine or the vertebral column, and these joints in the backbone allows the slight movement of vertebrae. Due to this reason, you are able to bend and twist your back. Due to which reason you are able to bend and twist your back? Due to slight movement of vertebrae, you can or you are able to bend and twist your back. Also, each of the vertebrae has holes in the center. Each of the vertebrae has holes in the center. Here these are the vertebrae, and here you can see holes in the vertebrae. In this picture you can see clearly vertebrae. Through these holes that the spinal cord can passes. This yellow colored part is the spinal cord. Through the center, through this hole, the spinal cord can passes. Therefore, you also can say that vertebral column protects the spinal cord. Therefore, you can say that the vertebral column can protect the spinal cord, which is an important part in our nervous system. So, in this way backbone is very important part in our skeletal system. Now, see about the next part in the skeletal system, that the ribs. Now, when you see the ribs, see here first of all, this is the rib cage and these are the ribs, this is the sternum and that are the floating ribs, rib cage, sternum, floating ribs. This is the structure of rib cage. Now, when you see the ribs are thin, these ribs are thin and they are flat, and they are curved and they form a cage around your heart, they form cage around your heart, your lungs to protect them, your heart and your lungs to protect them. Here in this picture you can see that your heart and your lungs are generally in this region of your body, and the ribs bones forms cage like structure around it to protect it, and there are 12 pairs of ribs. How many pairs of ribs are there? There are 12 pairs of ribs. It means rib cage is made up of 12 pairs. Here in this picture you can see that 12 pairs of rib cage. This is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9, 10 and the number 11 and number 12. That means rib cage is made up of 12 pairs, and that ribs attach to the backbone at the back. These ribs are attached to the backbone at the back or the sternum in front. This is the sternum. They are either attached to the back as well as sternum in front. Sternum is also called as the breastbone. That is why these two bones are sternum, and these last two ribs are not attached and they are floating. That is why these two bones, here you see these two bones are called as floating ribs. These two bones are called as floating ribs. So, this is about the rib bones. This is about the ribs bones or rib cage. Now, we will move on the next part of the skeleton, that is the limbs. That means bones in our arms and legs. Bones in our arms and legs. So, the bones of limbs, that means the arms and legs, are made up of different bones, that are hip bone, shin bone, calf bone, humerus and other smaller bones. That all types of bones together make the bones in our arms and legs. First of all, we will looking about the bones of legs, bones of our legs. So, the bones of the lower legs are attached to the hip bone, and the hip bone is made up of 3 different bones that are joined together. Here in this picture you can see the bones in our legs. So, the bones of the lower legs are attached to the hip bone here. This is the hip bone, lower legs that are attached to the hip bone. Here in this picture you can see clearly, this is the hip bone, here our bones of legs are attached. In this picture you can see the hip bone here, and below the hip bone, here below the hip bone or the upper half of the leg has a long bone. This is the long bone. Upper part of the leg has a long bone. Here you can see that long bone, and this is called as the femur bone or the thigh bone. Why? Because it is in the thigh region. Here our thigh is there. So, it is in the thigh region, that is why it is called as also thigh bone of our body. So, it is called as a thigh bone also and femur also. So, femur is the longest bone in our body. Now, see here below the thigh or below the thigh bone or the lower half of the leg, it has a shin bone. This is the shin bone and this is the calf bone, and at the end of your legs, you have foot, which is the part which you use for walking, and this has a number of small bones that make up the foot. So, this is about our legs bone. Now, see about the bones in our hand. So, due to time limit, we will conclude our session here with this point, and the remaining point of the lesson we will see in our next session. Thank you.